By the early 1800s, Britain was undergoing a seismic shift. The Industrial Revolution was transforming the country. But this progress came at a steep price for many. Power looms and new knitting frames, like the famous stocking frame, multiplied the output of textiles and slashed prices. But they also eliminated the need for highly skilled artisans, leaving entire families destitute. This is the story of the Luddites, a desperate fight by skilled workers to save their livelihoods. The mechanization of the textile industry decimated the value of skilled craftsmanship. The new machines were operated by cheap, often unskilled labor. With the market flooded with machine-made goods, hand-loom weavers and framework knitters saw their wages plummet, pushing them and their families to the brink of starvation. This wasn't just a loss of income, it was the destruction of a deeply rooted trade culture. These artisans were a proud and organized class, and the threat to their way of life ignited their fury and led to the formation of a secret organization. The movement found its mythical leader in General Ned Ludd. Although he was likely a fictional figure, he became a powerful symbol of the Luddites' resistance. The groups operated with military precision, using secret oaths, coded letters, and careful planning. Their raids were not random acts of violence but highly strategic and targeted attacks. They were primarily aimed at the new wide-frame stocking machines and the looms of manufacturers who were known to exploit their workers by lowering wages or using unapprenticed laborers. The Luddites' message was clear. They were not against all technology, just machines used for exploitation. The first major raids erupted in Nottinghamshire in late 1811. From there, the rebellion spread rapidly across the textile heartlands of England, including Yorkshire, Lancashire, and Cheshire. Hooded groups, moving under the cover of darkness, would descend upon factories and homes, methodically smashing the frames with heavy hammers. They often left behind threatening notes signed by Ned Ludd or King Ludd, and sometimes even listed the names of the offending manufacturers. These were deliberate and political acts of resistance against a system they believed was corrupt and unfair. Parliament and the government responded with overwhelming force. They passed the Frame-Breaking Act of 1812, which made the destruction of machinery a capital offense, punishable by death. Over 14,000 troops were deployed to suppress the rebellion, more soldiers than were fighting with Wellington against Napoleon on the Iberian Peninsula at the time. The government used paid informers to infiltrate the Luddite groups, leading to mass arrests. Special commissions were established to try the accused Luddites. In highly publicized trials, dozens were convicted. Some, like the leaders of the Yorkshire Luddites, were publicly hanged to make an example of them. Others were sentenced to transportation to penal colonies in Australia, a brutal punishment that effectively exiled them for life. The combined force of military suppression and the relentless march of economic change ultimately brought an end to the large-scale Luddite raids by 1816. The Luddite rebellion was a profound, albeit ultimately unsuccessful, protest. They weren't simply machine haters. They were fighting for their dignity, their rights, and a fair share of the profits of the industrial age. Their story serves as a powerful reminder of the human cost of technological progress and highlights the enduring struggle between labor and capital. As we face our own era of rapid change, from automation to AI, the core question remains: who benefits from progress and who is left behind? The Luddites' legacy continues to echo in today's debates about workers' rights and the ethical use of technology. From wooden looms to modern algorithms, the question endures: who pays for progress? Check the description for sources and images, like and subscribe to Mind Minute for more short histories.